Hi, everyone. This is part two of how to overcome low self worth and low self love as being a Christian divorced woman. I didn't know all the time I had this in my marriage because I did have a lot of abandonment issues. I had a lot of abandonment issues. I was engaged at one point. He chose someone else. It really broke my heart to the core. And I had a lot of rejection issues. So when I came into my marriage, I never dealt with that stuff. I came back to God. I was backslidden, but I really didn't let God deal with the roots of my heart, if that makes sense. So what ended up happening, in which met my husband, we got married, and we started our journey. The first couple of years, it was beautiful, that honeymoon season, we loving each other, just love, 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 right? That's just how it is, right? And after the third year, a lot of that rejection, a lot of that abandonment in me that was never dealt with. Because I really want this to be clear. I don't blame. I don't blame him. I blame myself. I made the decision to get married without really letting God heal me. I made the decision. He was very patient. He was very loving and very patient. Some men would have left already because at that time my attitude was crazy, honey. Crazy attitude, okay? Black men don't deal with attitudes that well, honey. But listen, black men and attitudes, he was very patient. So because I didn't deal with that rejection and that low worth, low self-esteem before I got married, it carried on. So please don't think, yes, I'm divorced, I'm a Christian, let me start dating and mingling. It don't work like that. All you're going to do is carry that baggage, that hurt, that rejection, that disappointment. All you're going to do is carry it into the next relationship. Be patient. It's a lot of men out there, okay? Trust me, it's a lot of men out there, all right? You can wait. Get your life and you can wait, all right? Wait a couple years. And I said a couple years. Because you don't want to hop into something and all that baggage. And then you got to carry your own baggage. And remember, your husband's human, so he has his issues too. So all that going to be toppled and known. That's what self-love and self-worth is about. So I wanted to share, that during my marriage, I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't deal with certain things. I wasn't the wife I needed to be for him. And, over years, he would correct me. He would help me understand. But that bitterness, that hurt, that rejection, that hurt would not make me, listen. So, because he's human, he made mistakes. I would always blame everything he did. And he never did this. I did it. I would say, man, he did that because of me. He did that because of me. Because I said, well, I'm the wife. I'm supposed to pray for him. I'm supposed to help him. I'm the wife. So it's my fault. So even in all that, I learned to be more merciful to other people than myself. I was used to forgiving people real quick. Forgiving my husband, forgiving people for hurting me. Because I was always saying, well, it's my fault. If I would have did this, if I would have did that, they wouldn't have did that. And this happened years ago. This year, God dealt with me about that. And just saying, this ain't gonna work. It's time to love yourself. You're human. You've made mistakes. It's time to forgive yourself. Forgive the woman you was. Forgive the hurt. Forgive the mistakes. Forgive yourself. So that's a piece. Mind you, we got many parts to this, okay? But this is a piece of the puzzle. This is not about the blame game. This is all about self-love and self-worth. Even the blame game on yourself. I'm 42. I played this game for over 20 years. The blame game, low self-esteem, low worth, letting people treat me like trash because I thought I was trash. And it wasn't till Jesus. Woo! It wasn't until Jesus visited me and then he gave me a dream that shook my core. But it also showed me how much he loved me. And it also showed me how much he was willing to help me. So I hope, don't be hopeless. Don't be despair. I don't care if you're 45, 55, 65, 75. I don't care if you're 25. As long as you got breath in your body, you can wake up and pursue today. I'm on my journey. I'm so grateful for my journey. And I hope that this blesses you. So this is part 2. We're going to go to part 3 very soon. Love you.